Also known as the Sunshine World, Earth 47 is a psychedelic reality stuck in the 1960s flower power era where the immortal teenage president Prez finances his champions, the love syndicate of Dreamworld. Here, we see a Superman with an afro, a Green Lantern who is always high, a teenage president saved by the endless, a panda that literally gives euphoria, a mannequin that can fight, and a Luthor who makes his own hallucinogens. Everything is groovy and everyone favors peace over violence. Welcome to DCNES, and today let's get some good vibes and visit Earth 47. First, let's meet the members of the Love Syndicate of Dreamworld. Sunshine Superman is an alternate version of Superman from Earth 47. Sunshine Superman is a Kryptonian who happens to resemble Earth's African Americans, including sporting an afro. His costume mostly parallels that of Earth 1 Superman, but his trunks and boots are yellow instead of red, and his shield is sun-shaped with yellow spikes with the yellow S symbol on a red background. He appears to be the tallest of all of DC's Superman parallels, though still within the normal height parameters of an Earth human. His name is a reference to the song Sunshine Superman, written and recorded by Scottish singer-songwriter Donovan in 1966. Like many versions of Superman, he possesses super strength, super speed, durability, flight, and heat vision. Also, like many Supermen, Sunshine Superman is a commercial success as he is well loved by the women of Earth 47. He is an endorser of healthy foods, and women would burst in flames when they see him smile. Sunshine Superman's reality was erased during the Crisis of Infinite Earths saga. He and the rest of his teammates were supposedly erased from the continuity until the Psycho Pirate, using his Medusa mask, began reviving many heroes and villains destroyed during the crisis. Psycho Pirate remained one of the few beings who remembered the Infinite Earths, a knowledge which drove him insane, committing him to a life in Arkham Asylum. Psycho Pirate was wide awake but was dreaming various characters when he created a temporary world to house all of the characters he pulled out of oblivion. Among the many heroes and villains he revived are Sunshine Superman, Speed Freak, and Magic Lantern. All three of them bear a picaresque resemblance to the public face of the United States counterculture of the 1960s and 1970s. From there, the three started calling themselves as the Love Syndicate of Dreamworld. During this encounter and seeing the insanity of Psycho Pirate, Sunshine Superman expressed his apprehension to Ultraman of Earth 3 that if he disappeared again, no one would remember him. During the Final Crisis saga of 2008, Sunshine Superman was recruited into the Superman of the Multiverse group on a life-or-death mission of cosmic proportions, which is to defeat Mandrak, a Dark Monitor who is about to consume the entire multiverse. During the Death Metal saga, Sunshine Superman was one of many alternate Supermen who participated in defeating Darkseid. A newer version of Sunshine Superman had been established as living in one of the New 52 Earths created during the Multiversity series. Only now the colors of his shield became black and yellow. He was called forth in the House of Heroes together with many other multiversal heroes to fight the Gentry and the Empty Hand. Later, Sunshine Superman was among the many Supermen of the multiverse who were kidnapped by the Prophecy to steal their powers, but they were freed by the Justice League Incarnate, under the lead of President Superman and New Earth Superman. When they were all freed, they all destroyed Prophecy. During the Dark Crisis saga, Sunshine Superman joined the multiversal heroes once more to help the Flash in fighting the Anti-Monitor. He and the other heroes push the Anti-Monitor towards the negative cosmos. Magic Lantern is the very relaxed, groovy guardian and Green Lantern of Earth 47. He is the member of the Love Syndicate and an ally to other Green Lantern counterparts from across the multiverse. Magic Lantern believes in peaceful negotiations even with enemy aliens. For him, hostility is for squares, but he still knows how to kick some ass when needed. His power constructs are usually in the form of liquid light, similar to the contents of a lava lamp. Presumably and visually obvious, Magic Lantern is most of the time high on weed or other psychedelic substances, as was the common pastime of youngsters during the Flower Power decade. The counterpart of the Guardians of Oa in Earth 47 is called the Galactic Guru on the Celestial Hotline, or Guru Jaws for short. Like Sunshine Superman, Magic Lantern was pulled from oblivion by the Psycho Pirate using the Medusa mask during his moments of insanity at the Arkham Asylum. It is assumed that one of the many universes destroyed during the Crisis on Infinite Earth saga was the world of the Love Syndicate. When Hal Jordan of Earth Zero and Abin Sur of Earth 20 were fighting the Aquaman, the dread emissary from the Reversiverse, they were losing. Abin Sur contacted the Guardians of the Multiverse, who are actually the 12 multiversal Green Lanterns. The first responders consisted of Magic Lantern of Earth 47, Flashlight of Earth 36, and Bat Lantern of Earth 32. He used his change of Lerv to bind the Aquaman so Flashlight can dispose him into the bleed space. These Guardians of the Multiverse would soon discover that many Green Lanterns from various Earths are disappearing and that the antimatter threat is spilling through, spreading sickness everywhere. Star Sapphire of Earth 11 was on Earth 15 when she sent a distress call to Abin Sur, which suggested for them to go to Earth 15 and find the Cosmic Grail. So they used the Transmatter Cube to go to Earth 15. In Earth 15, he teased the Bat Lantern to be as dank as the planet. There, they met Zundernell, the guardian of the Cosmic Grail. Zundernell attacked them, causing them to lose consciousness and wake up imprisoned. Luckily, Star Sapphire of Earth 11 was there, freed them, and revealed that Zundernell was the one kidnapping the different Green Lanterns of the multiverse. Zundernell was building his Knights of the Cosmic Grail for a future war. Then, Zundernell mind-controlled Magic Lantern, Bat Lantern, and Flashlight to attack Hal Jordan and Star Sapphire. Luckily, the other members of the Guardians of the Multiverse arrived and attacked Zundernell. They were successful, then freed the kidnapped Green Lanterns. 2 years later, Zundernell, the Golden Destroyer, came back to hunt the Hal Jordans and Carol Ferrises of the multiverse. He went to Earth 11 to kill their Star Sapphire and Green Lantern out of envy of their love. Magic Lantern, Bat Lantern of Earth 32, and Green Lantern of Earth 6 arrived just in time and helped in subduing Zundernell. During the Christmas show presented by Prez Ricard, Magic Lantern was supposed to perform magic tricks but failed to amaze as he was high. He was portrayed here to be unreliable for not being sober. Shooting Star, the Bruce Wayne of Earth 47, was also mad at him as his sister was abandoned in his backyard waiting for Magic Lantern. Magic Lantern's code is when it's groovy, when it's grim, we hum the living guru's hymn. When other lanterns lose their shit, we keep the Magic Lantern lit. Another far-out hero from the psychedelic world of Earth 47 is Bruce Wayne, aka the Shooting Star, the meteoric nemesis of evil. This version of Bruce Wayne first appeared in 1974. In that issue of the first volume of the Batman comic series, there was a portion of reimagining on what would have happened if Bruce Wayne did not find bats for inspiration when he was creating his crime-fighting persona, but instead saw a shooting star. He treated the shooting star as an omen. Since criminals are superstitious, he thought that when they see him as the shooting star, they would wish they were never born. Bruce Wayne believed that criminals are easily swayed by symbols of luck or misfortune. Thus, creating a symbol like the shooting star is something that the criminals will take notice. Coincidentally, the 70s was still part of the psychedelic flower power years, which is possibly why this version of Bruce was included in Earth 47. Fast forward to the New 52 era of DC, the Shooting Star was then included in the Love Syndicate of Dreamworld and was forced to do stand-up comedy on a Christmas show sponsored by Prez Ricard. He didn't want to do comedy, but the audience laughed nonetheless. He doesn't like Magic Lantern as he is always high. It would seem that Magic Lantern has a relationship with the sister of Shooting Star. Speed Freak is a Speed Force-empowered hero on Earth 47 and a member of the Love Syndicate. Like Sunshine Superman and Magic Lantern, she was also pulled from the insane mind of the Psycho Pirate after the saga of the Crisis on Infinite Earths. When the Flash, Barry Allen broke the Source Wall and discovered three new forces, the Steel Force, the Sage Force, and the Strength Force, Speed Freak was one of the Flashes of the multiverse gathered in the House of Heroes to discuss these forces. In the Christmas show special hosted by Prez Ricard, Speed Freak sang and played a guitar. Next is the main guy of Earth 47, the teenage president, Prez Ricard. The pre-crisis version of Prez Ricard was assigned in Earth 72, and he first appeared in 1973. Prez Ricard earned his name from his mother Martha Ricard, who believed her son would someday become president of the United States of America. At a young age, he learned how to fix clocks. The clocks of his hometown Steadfast were so out of sync that the town would hear a constant chiming for 30 minutes and that everyone is late or early for everything. Prez then fixed all the clocks in their town so they ran on time, which made him a local hero, earning his first newspaper headline. Following the real-world passage of the 26th Amendment in 1971, which lowered the minimum vote age to 18 nationwide, an amendment in Earth 47 is passed allowing teenagers to also be elected to public office. When a mob boss by the name of Mayor Boss Smiley, who was losing his influence on the younger generation, saw Prez in a newspaper to be a charismatic candidate, Prez was immediately recruited to become the front figure of Boss Smiley's political agenda. He thought that installing Prez as a senator would be like running a puppet. However, inspired after encountering Eagle Free, a young Native American who enlightened Prez of the real situations of the world, who also made him discover the illegal businesses of Boss Smiley, Prez disconnected himself with Boss Smiley, then campaigned on his own terms, ran with the new Flower Power ticket, and was instead elected president, upsetting both the Republican and Democratic candidates. He appointed Eagle Free as the chief of FBI, his mother as vice president, and made his sister his secretary. Eagle Free also taught him some fighting skills and animal understanding skills. Throughout his life as a president, Prez fought a legless vampire and his werewolf henchmen, a right-wing militia led by a descendant of George Washington, evil chess players, and Boss Smiley. He is attacked for his stance on gun control and survived an assassination attempt during that controversy. All these while fulfilling all presidential duties locally and abroad. Later, Prez was saved by Supergirl in multiple occasions, thwarting assassination attempts to Prez. In his first year as president, he completed peace talks in the Middle East, lowered gasoline prices, and the national debt. Later, he stopped the nuclear arms race with Russia. He then won his second term. On his second term, he improved international trade agreements, investigated industrial pollutions, and declared education as the highest priority in America. He became the Golden Boy of America, but he didn't run again. Eventually, Prez died and he met Death of the Endless, who escorted him towards the version of heaven of their Earth, which is a kind of heaven ruled by Boss Smiley. However, Dream of the Endless took notice of Prez's life and took him away from Boss Smiley. Dream gave Prez the access to walk on different Earths, visiting different reality of America to help the helpless, thus making him the immortal teenage president. Brother Power was originally a mannequin abandoned in an empty tailor shop. The shop was taken over by hippies Nick Cranston and Paul Symbolist, who dressed up the mannequin in Paul's wet and bloodied hip treads to keep them from shrinking. Forgotten for months but eventually struck by lightning, Brother Power was brought to life and endowed with superpowers to fight the bullies of the hippies who dressed him, and he would soon fight many other villains. Shortly after his creation, Brother Power was kidnapped by the psychedelic circus. After escaping, he was fixed up and given a face by another hippie named Cindy and attempted to run for the United States Congress. His misadventures with the establishment led to finding work and encouraging other hippies to do so, eventually getting hired by the JP Acme Corporation, just as it was taken over by the wicked Lord Slide Rule. Brother Power's ingenuity still made the assembly line run more efficiently. Eventually, he inadvertently took a cosmic voyage aboard an experimental space missile that blasted into orbit. Years later, his ship returned to Earth in Tampa, Florida, assisted by Firestorm, and from there continued his far-out wanderings. Brother Power appeared at John Constantine's 2000 New Year's party, where he was recognized as one of the totems of the new millennium. In Neil Gaiman's depiction, Brother Power is revealed to be an imperfect elemental, similar to the Swamp Thing, and he is connected to all human simulacra such as dolls, dummies, statues, etc. In his New Earth version, his consciousness can jump from one doll or toy to another, and he can make his physical body in any doll bigger in size. The Prime Earth version of Brother Power is a living telepathic mannequin who can turn humans into dolls. Then there is Alexander Luthor. In Earth 47, Luthor is a scientist specializing in botany. He even mastered alien plants such as the Black Mercy.
Fight it, Clark. Fight it. I've watched every step, every struggle.
The Black Mercy is a parasitic alien flora that paralyzes their victims while giving the victim a new reality in their imagination. Luthor has developed a taste and a tolerance to this plant by chopping it up, brewing them, and drinking it like tea in small amounts. Luthor used it as a psychedelic drug that allowed him to see visions and live countless realities, countless lives, and countless second chances. He became a speedster, a Hawkman, a Kryptonian, a Dr. Fate, a Brainiac, and more. Luthor also has a huge garden filled with alien plants, his life work. He was eventually killed by his Prime Earth counterpart, Apex Lex. Other residents of Earth 47 include Pandar the Fallen, a panda bear that can release psychedelic light energy for everyone to feel euphoria and become groovy, and the Inferior Five, which is a group comprised of characters parodying certain infamous heroes from the Marvel Comics universe of the 1970s. So what do you think of the colorful, groovy world of Earth 47? Did you like the idea that DC collected various characters representing the Flower Power era and placed them all in Earth 47? Who is your favorite character here? Personally, the easygoing Magic Lantern of Earth 47 is the coolest and is now my favorite Green Lantern of all. What do you think of Prez Ricard and Brother Power being part of the Sandman universe? Who would you like to cast as Sunshine Superman in a live-action film? Like always, place your comments below and click like, share, and subscribe.